What a tangle! I think you have never heard or seen such a mess, such a tangle, as you will hear in today's program. Stay with us. Let's go.
Você está ouvindo A Escola do Amor Responde, com Renato e Cristiane Cardoso.
I was speaking off air. At times I ask myself, there must be some underground school, something very hidden, where people go to learn how to be tangled up, because it's not possible. We receive some questions that is not for amateur, are for professionals. There might be some school out there that people are learning how to tangle themselves up. It's the type of question that we'll try to answer and help now.
My name is Christina, and I have been married for 17 years. And in this relationship, we had a son of 2 years and a half. But we had a troubled relationship filled with betrayals from my husband's side. We broke up twice. And in the last time, I got involved with someone else. And when my husband found out, he was really upset. We tried to get back together. And I was already with the other person, and I broke up with this other person and came back with my husband. And was a complete mess. And then I decided for my marriage, and we came back together. But whenever something happened that upsets him, he tells me that I am lying. He says that I am lying to him, and he brings things from the past. And he offends me. He tells me that I am not capable, that I am garbage as a person, that I am not capable to do anything. Anyway, this situation is very bad. I am asking for help. I don't know what to do. Should I stay with him in this marriage or not? Because he tells me that coming back together was the worst thing that happened to him, and he regrets deeply. And he is way more happy without me, and that I am an anchor to him, pulling him down all the time. What should I do?
Look at that. 17 years together.
Should I stay with him in this marriage?
They broke up twice. The last one, she got involved with someone else, and while she was with the other person, she went back with her husband and stayed with both of them. And she decided to leave the other and to go back to the husband. And now that she went back with the husband, he is calling her names like rubbish and anchor, that she's the worst thing that has ever happened to her life. Anyway, let me tell you something, student. You basically have two paths. It's hard to understand which of the two of you is more tangled up. But in a general way, both of you are tangled up inside him for everything that he has done to you, and he keeps on treating you this way, worse than rubbish, because some, they don't treat their trash like they treat you. So he's tangled up the way he is, and you are tangled up this way. You handled all that for many years, you left this relationship, and you started another. I feel bad for the other person, because most probably is another one who is also tangled up to accept to be with you in this situation. Then you jumped to another relationship, and as you were with the other, you entertained a relationship with your husband, and you go back with your husband to subject yourself to all that. And Christina, I say this not to belittle you, but just to show you your actual situation and for you to see how tangled up you are. And as I was saying, for the both of you, There are two paths. One is to divorce once and for all, because the way you are harming each other. You are harming him and he is harming you. That's all. Your daughter, 2 years old, seeing all that, you are harming each other. This marriage has ended long ago. There's no marriage. This is not marriage. So one solution, which is not the best, I understand that, but at least it's not the worst, for you to stop harming each other and doing what you're doing with your daughter. And after you are divorced, for you to look for a healing, for you to reestablish yourself and not to enter into another relationship until you are fully healed. This is one solution. Again, it's not the best, it's not the ideal solution. And the other solution for the both of you is only God. A miracle. Your case, because it's so tangled up, because it's a case of broken people. The good news is you are perfect to become God's miracle. Did you know that? Because for God, the more broken, the more unlikely, the better. And you are this type of person. You are qualified for God's miracle. That's why I tell you, if you want, you just need to desire, because if you want, it won't take long for you to receive a miracle of transformation for your marriage, because the way you are qualified, and God will do it quickly for you. God will treat your case with priority, because only a miracle for your case. And as He is a specialist of miracles and transformation of marriages, He's the only one who can restore your life. He's the only one who can heal your heart for all that you've been through. I can only imagine what you've been through in this relationship. I can only imagine how broken your husband is for betraying you for so many times, and after losing you, he fought for you, took you from the arms of someone else to step on you and mistreating you and calling you trash and anchor. I can only imagine how broken and sick within your husband is. I can only imagine. So if you give God this opportunity, actually, for the both of you, you're giving God the right to work in your life and to transform your marriage, which He will do. And if your husband doesn't accept initially, then do your part. Start with yourself. And I will say it again, it won't take long for a miracle to happen in your life and in the life of your husband and in your marriage. If you both turn to God truly, when I say to turn to God, not only to attend the church, I'm talking about a pact, a commitment with God for you to do what the Word of God says. If you attend the love therapy and if you listen what you will hear and practice it, I am certain that your life changes and your marriage changes too. But if you don't do that, if you're not willing to seek for this help from God, then I come back to the first solution, which is divorce. It's separation. Because the worst thing you can do now is to remain together without seeking for help. Well, students, that's all for today. We come back at the same time, the same place with more Love School answers, reminding you that this Thursday we'll speak on this Holy Thursday about luggage. The luggage. You can imagine the luggage of Christina and her husband, which are leading them to clash. Let's learn how to deal with it, how to overcome it, This Thursday, 8 p.m. at the Temple of Solomon, Cristiane and I will wait for you, and you can take part at the Love Therapy anywhere in Brazil. You can only access terapiadoamor.tv for more addresses. See you then, students. Bye-bye. That's it. It is hard, very hard, for us to understand what happens. What happens that people cannot do what they know they must do. I'll answer a question. The question is, I need help. Where do I send the questions? The best place for you to receive the help. The program only allows us to answer 1 or 2 questions, and there are thousands that come to us. I can promise that your question will be answered during the program, but if you want an answer and help, so our SOS relationship, you can find on the social media and the websites of the Love Therapy. I will answer one more question here. Let's go. I want to do the Bulletproof Marriage course or the seminar. Where do I sign up for it? The course is on univervideo.com. You can just access it and you can just subscribe to it. You not only will have access to the course, but to every other seminars which are done live and the previous ones as well. So see you next time, next Thursday.